welcome to Valor Studios' very own DCMU Fandome. Today, we're going to be giving you guys some insight into the upcoming project and changes to the DCMU since it's moved. But before we do, I'd like to thank you all for 1 year of DCMU content. Our first year may not have had many releases, but the ones we did were met with great reception from fans, and without you, none of it would be possible. So let's start with the first panel, which is all of the planned films for Phase 1. First up is Batman Kill Contract. This is a film a lot of you have been waiting for, and I hear you. So I'd like you guys to know that the film has entered post-production and is in the editing phase. Hold you guys off, here's a sneak peek.
Excuse me, ma'am, but the party guests are permitted to stay only in the banquet hall.
I'm not one for large groups and parties, you know?
I'm afraid I don't.
Sir?
I don't know you, so it would be unfair of me to falsely empathize with your statement.
Are you always this cold?
I've met colder people, believe me. Now, answer a few questions of mine. Who are you, and what are you doing in Gotham?
My father, a wealthy businessman such as yourself, is interested in becoming an investor in Wayne Industries.
Is that so?
Yes, in fact. He's been watching you for quite some time. You're an elusive man, Bruce Wayne.
I could say the same for you, Miss...
Tate. Miranda Tate.
What were you doing here?
I'm not going to lie to you. I was snooping around your house. You're a very elusive man, as I said before, Mr. Wayne. I wanted to know what I'd learn about you by looking at the parts of your home you keep hidden.
Don't you think that's an invasion of privacy?
I like to think of myself as an open book, Mr. Wayne. I expect others to be just as open as me.
Please, Miranda, call me Bruce.
Well then, Bruce. It really was nice meeting you. I'll keep in touch on my father's behalf.
Good night, Miranda.
Good night.
After Kill Contract, Wonder Woman War will be the next film in Phase 1. The film will feature Cersei and Ares as the main villains as Diana prepares a war to take back Themyscira. Superman Trials of Kandor will be the third film in Phase 1. It'll feature Superman and Supergirl going into the bottled city of Kandor to face a foe that has yet to be revealed.
Phase 1 is already looking amazing, and I'm happy to reveal that I'll be adding to it as well. Hawkwoman. Wings of Fury is an upcoming origin story for one of the greatest and most underrated members of the Justice League. Fans of Hawkwoman or Hawkgirl from the comics will know that she's had two very different but distinct origins. This film will be focusing on her origins from the post-crisis continuity, in which she comes to Earth from her home planet of Thafanagar. Her people are torn by persistent war, forcing Shayra to flee to Earth in order to escape it. Little does she know that the war will soon follow, endangering the people of Earth. Hawkwoman will be played by Edith, and we'll also see the appearance of Hawkman, and possibly some other members of the Justice League. The dark and magic side of the DC Universe is something that I'm very excited to explore, and I hope that you're eager to explore it with us. That's why I'm very excited to announce a two-part story taking place in Phase 1. The first half of the story will take place in Constantine, Bad Blood. Sharing heavy connections with Little Blaze's short film, this story will focus on John Constantine's questionable morality, whilst faced with one of his most daunting tasks yet. John is forced to relive one of his most traumatic experiences, as he searches for an innocent girl being used as an occult sacrifice. But will John be able to find her in time and stop the maniacal Brother Blood? The story will continue into Dark Justice, a film based on the DC team known as Justice League Dark. But will the team be enough to stop the rising threats that haunt them? Sean MD will return as John Constantine, while being joined by a currently uncast roster of characters, such as Brother Blood and Zetana.
And the final film of Phase 1 will be Justice League of America, The Parallel Paradox. This film will feature the JLA going against the Legion of Doom. And now, let's take a look at some of the shorts and series coming to the DCMU.
Hello. My name is I'm Bad. I'm the android sent by Cyberlife. And today, I'm here to talk about the DC Machinima universe. I've had the amazing opportunity to work alongside Stealth on the DCMU for the past year, and I've watched as he has brought some of his amazing stories to life within this universe. I was even fortunate enough to write my own short, Black Lightning Painkiller, which is one that I'm very proud of. However, as we cross over the 1-year anniversary of this franchise, we must continue looking towards the DCMU's future. There are 2 shorts coming out soon, written by me and directed by Stealth. The first of which is titled Constantine, Hellblazer. This is a story that takes the cynical and pessimistic John Constantine and puts him through a series of events that will put his true morals to the test. Will he reveal a compassionate side to himself that he has neglected for a very long time? Or will he remain the same contemptuous man that his reputation has built him as? Constantine, Hellblazer will be led by Sean M.D. in the title role of John Constantine. The second short coming soon is eponymously titled The Atom. This will be an origin story based on Ray Palmer, which will feature several members of his beloved supporting cast, such as Gene Lehring and Elphys Hyatt. The story is one of corruption, betrayal and heartbreak, but it's also a story of perseverance, and showing that it takes more than just technology that makes the Atom a hero.
Hey everyone, it's me, Ven here again. I'm happy to announce that I'm also getting a chance to work on this amazing Machinima universe. I'm not really sure everything I'm going to bring to the table just yet, but I do know I've had a series in mind for quite some time. That's right, I'm really excited to announce I'm making my own adaptation of the Teen Titans for this universe. The only 2 characters that I'm for sure using right now are Dick Grayson Robin and Donna Troy Wonder Girl. Everything else is still in the early planning stages, so I'm not sure how much I want to reveal just yet. Just know that I'm extremely excited for this series, and I know that any Teen Titans fan out there, whether they're a fan of the show, the comics, or the newer adaptation, will love this series just as much as I'm loving writing it. Alright, that's all for now.
As a longtime DC fan, I've always loved DC's television programming. So I knew that an episodic project was something that I just had to try for the DCMU. So it's with pleasure that I announced my upcoming mini-series, Green Arrow. This series is going to be a completely original take on the character, whilst being heavily inspired by the comics. There will be some limited inspiration from the Arrow series on the CW, but one of our primary goals with this series is to differentiate it and make it something that people have never seen before. The story is set a few months after Oliver Queen returns, after being stuck on a remote island. But when he comes home, Oliver quickly discovers that it's not the same place he once knew. He struggles to reconnect and build relationships with people he hasn't seen in years, as well as the new people in his life. This will lead him to some shocking discoveries about his friends and family, while he also tries to find his place in the world once again. The series will be led by Breaker, in the title role of Oliver Queen after the Green Arrow.
Hey, it's your boy Mikey. So I'm here to talk about my series plan for the DCMU Batman Beyond. This series is planned to be 6 episodes long with a short pilot coming up called Spellbound. For the characters, the series will feature Terry McGinnis, the main protagonist and new Batman. Of course, he'll be mentored by an older version of Bruce Wayne. As for the villains, Ink and obviously Spellbound are planned to appear. There's also another villain, but I'll let you figure that one out. While since the series is in early development, there's not much else I can add. So I hope you're looking forward to it.
Don't rain on me.